Tape script 11.3. Part 1.
Today in Worldly Wise, the world's most common habit.
Does your chewing gum lose its flavour on the bedpost overnight? If your mother says don't chew it, do you swallow it in spite? Can you catch it on your tonsils? Can you heave it left and right? Does your chewing gum lose its flavour on the bedpost overnight?
Yes, chewing gum. We chew 100,000 tons of it every year. But how many of us actually know what it's made of?
Excuse me, I see you're chewing gum.
Yeah?
Have you got any idea what it's made of?
No idea. Never thought about it.
Have you any idea what chewing gum is made of?
No, not clue. Rubber, maybe?
And do you have any idea who invented it?
The Americans?
Yeah, sure. I reckon it was invented in America, yeah.
Well, no. It wasn't the Americans who invented chewing gum. It was the Swedes. The Swedes, I hear you say? But listen to Leanne Ward, a chewing gum expert.
The history of chewing goes back thousands of years. In Sweden, in 1993, the skeleton of a teenager was found. He was 9,000 years old. And in his mouth was a gum made of tree sap and sweetened with honey, the first known chewing gum.
It seems we've always chewed things of no real food value. Babies are born wanting to chew. Everything goes straight into their mouths. So why do we chew? Here's Leanne again.
We chew to clean our teeth and freshen our breath, but also because we just like chewing. The ancient Greeks chewed a gum called mastica, which is a type of tree sap. They thought it was good for their health, and women really enjoyed chewing it as a way to sweeten their breath. Then, in the 1st century AD, we know that the Mayan Indians in South America liked to chew a tree sap called chicle. They wrapped it in leaves and put it in their mouths, so this was, if you like, the first packet of chewing gum. The American Indians also chewed tree sap. They gave it to the English when they arrived. But it wasn't until a few hundred years after that it became really popular in America.
Does your chewing gum lose its flavour on the bedpost overnight?
Tape script 11.4. Part 2.
The history of modern chewing gum begins in 19th century America. In 1892, a clever young salesman called William Wrigley decided that chewing gum was the thing of the future. Wrigley was a business genius. He was the first to use advertising to sell in a big way. Here's Leanne.
William Wrigley was really an advertising genius. He hired hundreds of pretty girls who he called the Wrigley Girls. They walked up and down the streets of Chicago and New York City, handing out free gum. Millions of pieces were given away. He also had huge electric signs and billboards. One billboard was a mile long. It ran along the side of the train track. So, with all this, chewing gum became very popular all over the USA.
Wrigley Spearmint Gum, 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 Wrigley Spearmint Gum.
So, how did the world get to know and love chewing gum? Leanne again.
Well, during the Second World War, American soldiers were given Wrigley gum to help them relax. In 1944, all gum production went to the U.S. Army, and they took their gum overseas and gave it to children. Soon they were followed everywhere by the cry, "Got any gum, chum?"
And so the popularity of gum spread to other countries. After the war, sales of gum exploded worldwide. Chewing gum was even taken into space by the first astronauts. So what exactly is it made of?
Well, the strangest thing about gum today is that nobody knows what it's made of. Nobody will tell you. The chewing gum industry keeps the recipe top secret.
Oh me, oh my, oh you, whatever shall I do? Hallelujah, the question is peculiar. I'd give a lot of dough If only I could know the answer to my question. Is it yes or is it no? Does your chewing gum lose its flavour on the bedpost overnight? If your mother says don't chew it...